Alrighty, ladies and gents, welcome to another episode of the BS Crew podcast. This is the Spooktacular. I am joined by my good friends, as per usual. First up, we have a newcomer here. Nichole, would you like to say hi?
Hi, I'm Nichole.
All right, and then we also have Jack here as well.
Where am I? How did I get?
It's spooky. There's so much suspense.
Who are you people?
I know we're back deep underground in the podcast bunker.
Yeah, and of course, you know, we have Tyler here as per usual.
That's right, I'm back.
Taking names. Yeah, so everybody, welcome. As I already said, this will be the BS Crew Spooktacular. What makes it such a special Spooktacular? Absolutely nothing. We're just going to talk about Halloween and spooky shit for, you know, an hour and a half. And yeah, it'll be good stuff here. So before we get kicked off, though, I believe we got our plug session that we got to do.
We're plugging
Plug it
already.
in.
Yeah. Let's start with the plug again. The average retention is like 5 minutes. So
Fair enough, dude.
All right. You want me to go first? All right, sure. So I'm an artist, and I my Instagram is at Aki Draws, and that's 3 eyes.
That's a lot of eyes.
Dude, the one I wanted got taken was the 2 eyes, so I had to step it up a bit.
Fair enough, yeah.
Yeah.
I guess I'll plug myself. Hi, I'm KX. I make content on the internet with varying degrees of success, we'll call it. You can find me on YouTube at youtube.com/KX3D. That is KAYEX3D. Someone already took the URL for KX. You can find me on Twitter at KXLive. And yeah, that's basically all the stuff I have to plug at the moment.
cool. All right. So let's get started with a weekly catch-up. So again, you guys are newcomers, so I'm just going to go over it. You know, we talk about personal stuff. We talk about small news stories, all that fun stuff that's happened throughout. I guess we should call it the bi-weekly catch-up because these episodes release every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
But, you know, yeah, so bi-weekly catch-up.
We don't even record in order either. So
No, we don't. We are recording this 2 days before I'm going to make it go live. So I gotta cram to get this one finished.
damn.
But yeah, so yeah, let's see. For my weekly catch up, you know, I hosted trivia on Wednesday and then went to another trivia Thursday night by another DJ. So yeah, the trivia field week. It was good times. Next up, Tyler, you wrote some stuff down. You want to go over it?
Yeah, I mean, I got to be careful dating this, but I said I guess if you said that this is coming out in 2 days, it's okay to say this. So yesterday was Minecraft Live. So I, just like every other Giga Chat on the internet, voted for the Sniffer, which won.
Hell yeah, bro.
Very excited to see this like dinosaur with eggs and new and exciting plants get added to the unnamed update in 2023. I, just like every other 20-something-year-old white guy on YouTube this past week, played Stalker Anomaly Gamma Edition. I'm part of the group that DDoSed ModDB.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's a mod for Stalker.
So Stalker Anomaly, right, is like it's a mod already of all the original Stalker games into one map with like a little bit of a storyline.
Oh,
it's like
okay.
it's already kind of jank, and then the Gamma Edition is a mod pack that contains 333 mods that goes on top of the other jank Anomaly. Oh. So, and the way that the guy set it up is like, rather than just downloading it and like him getting all the credit, it's set up so that he built a launcher that automatically like scrapes ModDB and GitHub so that the original authors get all the downloads.
That is actually incredibly based.
It's really, really cool.
That's cool.
The issue though is like some guy on YouTube did a video about it, and YouTube algorithm decided to like make it blow up. So like millions of people are suddenly trying to like slam the ModDB and GitHub servers. So they went down for days. But I got that Comcast internet, so I got the downloads before it went down.
Tyler, the plug session already passed.
And the RTX 4090 came out this week too, you know?
Did you end up grabbing one? I knew that you did get it day one.
Yeah, so I put a bid on like StockX for like a really low value, like way less than I thought that someone actually sell it for.
Okay.
But some schmuck like woke up and decided to have morals one day, and they're like, I'm done being a scalper.
Wait, so the full 60 you said?
4090.
4090. Dude, I just got like a 380 like a couple of months ago. You tell me there's another 1,000 more out there?
Yeah, I know, dude. And the 4090 is like 80% faster than the 3090.
Dude, catch up,
I I'm a little bit skeptical on that. This is a much bigger discussion. We should do a PC building episode.
We should.
Is it actually 2 to 4 times faster than the 3090?
It depends on what you're doing with it, but yes. So this is the first card you could realistically like play at 4K, max settings, everything, and still get a playable frame rate.
That's pretty cool, actually.
Yeah, I mean,
it's okay. Also, the graphics card costs as much as my entire PC does.
You know what?
Yeah.
So
yeah. I'll be picking up some extra shifts.
But dude, that's crazy. Just how like fast like that kind of technology is just like.
Oh yeah, no, it's insane.
Yeah, like a couple of years ago, like you can't even get those kind of settings that was like sacrificing like.
Yeah, I know, lots and lots of stuff, and now there's even ray tracing. You know.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy to me just how fast like the technology like has been improving so much, and I feel like if I don't know, I'm not too computer techy, but I feel like maybe like it'll either like keep going as it is or more possibly like it'll probably like plateau.
Yeah, I don't think that they're gonna continue to do like 80% improvement every year.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. Well, but you know what I mean, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but also this giant leap from the 30 to the 40 series, like it, even for Nvidia, that's kind of unprecedented, right?
Yeah,
like the 10 to 20 series was an upgrade, but it wasn't anything gigantic.
No,
like
the last time there was a big upgrade like this was when you went from the 980 to the 1080 Ti. So like that was the last time we were talking about like, you know, double, triple the performance, yada yada, and like the 1080 Ti is still like awesome to this
Actually,
day.
I still have it on my PC. Yeah, it's great. So, all right, yeah, I think that'll do it for me and Tyler. Nichole and Jack, you guys got anything you want to add? Stuff that you've been up to?
Or just something, you know, in the nerdosphere that you care about immensely, like did a show drop or a game drop that you're interested in?
Well, let's I haven't watched it yet, but Chainsaw Man dropped, and
You haven't watched it?
no, dude, I'm okay. We're gonna.
Is it on Netflix?
I watched it on Crunchyroll, so I don't think so.
But you know, from what I've seen, the animation is superb, and everyone's saying it's super good. I've seen the opening and the ending song, so I've kind of spoiled myself because it's like it just kept popping up on YouTube recommendations, and oh my god, it's ballin'.
Yeah, I watched the first
love
episode. It is fucking sick.
Is it?
Oh yeah.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, it's the 3D animation looks kind of jank. You know, it's like that's the one thing that I think Mappa doesn't do as well as other studios, where it's like that transition is not great,
But yeah, I think, you know, from what I've seen is that they've kind of like, you know, they've captured the whole essence of the manga into, you know, the show itself. So I'm mainly looking forward to being sad all over again.
Yeah, they're hitting the vibes. Let me tell you, and honestly, they took like the first, I think it was only like the first 2 chapters for this first episode. So like they're taking their time with it, and honestly, they kind of fleshed out like a lot of the stuff from the first few chapters. It's
all right.
Yeah, watch it. It's super good.
Yeah, we're me and Josh are gonna watch it. We're gonna watch it. We're gonna watch it. We keep saying it. We're gonna.
Josh, can you shout hello?
Hey.
Yeah, we have a live studio audience today.
Ooh, yeah. I'm chained up in the back.
Yeah, we're deep in the podcast bunker, you know.
Dude, this is really.
Don't worry, you'll get your
No one
back.
hear your screams.
I'm hungry.
You had your meal 3 days ago.
You gave me a little walnut.
Don't worry, we'll give you a walnut with some pepper on it. It'll be fine.
Oh, don't bring up the pepper.
Jack, do you have anything fun and exciting to add? What have you done this past week?
Well, besides, you know, being busy all the time with work and stuff, I actually made a big purchase recently.
What'd you get?
For those who don't know, here, I'm pretty sure I haven't told you guys specifically, but I've been getting very into VR. Like the past couple months and stuff, you probably always see me on like VR chat these days. I know, VR is fun. And recently, there was this company called Tundra Labs, which have these like full body tracker modules that are like probably okay. Guess what I say? I'm not sponsored. I don't think I'll ever get sponsored.
But we'll take sponsors if anyone's
we'll
interested.
take sponsors.
Yeah, we do.
The CPM's really low, you know.
Okay,
Please.
okay, but yeah, Tundra Labs. They make probably some of the best trackers on the market. Like price wise, weight wise, tracking wise, you know, like probably like best in market right now. But the thing is, they rarely go on sale because they sell out super quickly. But there was a drop like maybe a couple weeks ago, and I managed to after some hoops and ladders and actually talking to the CEO of the company, because the whole thing with my bank. He was a very nice guy.
Oh, that's good.
He helped me out through the whole process because I don't know, my fucking bank was just like, no, you can't make this purchase, even though you've been making purchases for like years with us. No, not now. But yeah, I managed to grab myself about 8 trackers and some body straps.
Oh, really?
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm looking forward to trying out the trackers and stuff. That's only really the big thing that's been going on with me.
So I'm kind of uninitiated with a lot of the VR stuff. When you say body straps, is that for like every limb of your body can have like individual movement in VR?
Yeah, so I got 8 in total because that was the limit they were doing, and I just wanted to go all in on this. Mm-hmm. So I got 4 for my legs, so upper leg, bottom leg. I'm doing it wrong. So I have 2 for my feet, 2 for my legs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so like 1, 2. Yeah, and then I got 2 for my arms, and then 2 for my waist, and then my upper chest.
That is crazy. I want to see what happens when you. Do you have like an ETA for when it's going to come in? Or
it should be actually tomorrow.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. Let me know if you
recording. Yeah.
Yeah. Let me know if you like stream that or something. Like, let me know. I want to like.
Yeah.
I've tried streaming VR before to my friends on Discord. Mm-hmm. It instantly crashes my internet.
Oh, okay. Maybe not. Then. But I wish you the best of luck.
Thanks. Maybe it's because the router's just not strong enough for it.
Maybe.
Because it's just whenever I stop, like whenever it goes out, it just comes back on again.
Oh.
But then again, I'm connected to my Wi-Fi via a USB like Wi-Fi antenna.
Okay.
Like from 2000 and like probably 15.
Oh yeah, okay. But let's talk. I can probably hook you up with like a cheap PCIe.
No, I have one. It's just that I don't know why just couldn't fit into my computer.
Really?
When I bought it, yeah. I still haven't tried fiddling with it yet, but yeah, that's something I do.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's just what's been going on with me. I mean, nothing much. Just getting the trackers. Planning videos, trying to make that come back on YouTube.
Nice. All right.
Heck yeah, dude.
All right. So
waiting for that return.
Yeah, I've been patiently waiting.
Hey, fingers crossed. I have a programmer working on something for me for the next video. So
nice.
Yeah.
All right. So other couple quick things before we get into the spooky discussion. First up, Overwatch 2 launched like a dumpster fire.
Oh, I forgot about
that.
All right. Yeah, we're talking about this now, huh?
Yeah. It just we don't need to make a whole thing about it, but
I know.
yeah, it's let's see, less content than the base game. It's free to play now. Shitty battle pass system. Cosmetics are egregiously priced. Did I miss anything?
Well, that's what happens when a very big popular online game goes free. So
yeah, dude, don't get me started on Overwatch as a whole. Like, you know me, I played it religiously from like launch to maybe like 2019, 2020-ish. Mm-hmm. Oh boy, well, fall from grace, honestly. I mean, look, if you enjoy the game, more power to you. But dude, what I'm most upset about is like Overwatch 1, like Server's game, like yanked away, and then having it replaced with Overwatch 2. Like, I get it, it makes sense. You're saving money with the servers. Of basically, Overwatch 2 was already kind of like a replacement for Overwatch 1. It was basically just considered a big update. But man, it's like I can't play the same 6v6 mode anymore. I can't play the same Bastion anymore, man. Like,
yeah, I mean,
it just sucks when they take away. I'm sorry.
No, I don't want to like cut you off. But I'm just saying it's like it sucks that like a lot of things like change with it. But I mean, for what it's worth, a lot of people like signed into Overwatch 2. Like, I think it had like a huge counting in for like people like playing. But there's a whole queue issue that happened. And...
Yeah, it was basically like a loading simulator, a queue simulator actually for like the first like day and a half from what I hear.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just, man, I don't like these like game companies. Like, you got like Activision Blizzard, you got Bungie. I mean, they stopped like removing content from their games recently. But it's just like, I paid for this content. Why can't I keep it? It's like a subscription service at that point.
Yeah, right.
I mean, not necessarily like a monthly subscription, but you I guess you like buy the license, I guess, and then they could just take that away from me anytime.
Oh yeah, no, yeah.
Right. Yeah. Tyler, any scathing thoughts on Overwatch?
I mean, I always hated Overwatch, but it's like there was a point in time where it was like fun, like you got to pick your characters and like you could queue up and just have like the dumbest, like most messed up team ever. And now they're like, actually, you're not allowed to have fun. There's only 5 players, and every single role is locked in, and you can only have that one role for the whole game. And the really cool characters tanks, yeah, you only get one of those. It's just
compensate for that. They did buff them up like incredibly high.
Yeah, that sucks. I fucking hated fighting the tanks in the first place.
So
I don't know. I was never really a big fan, so I'm probably not the right person to ask. But like, I would agree. Like, games as a service is something that's like really kind of killing the industry. Like, if I'm paying $60, $70, $100 for a game, and it just to be sunsetted like 2-3 years later, or I pour money into skins and stuff, and then that just dies when they turn the servers off. Like, that's really scummy.
Yeah, it blows. And just one more hot take before we move on to the next point. Brig killed Overwatch, and I'll just.
Dude, anything with shields ruin Overwatch.
Yeah, well, no, it was specifically the stun meta made me just like want to like throw my computer out a window. It sucked. Okay. HBO released a trailer for the new Velma TV show.
Oh.
The super quirky and meta commentary Scooby-Doo reboot without Scooby-Doo, and it's just
amazing.
Velma.
It's truly amazing, Jared.
Yeah.
Look, I got no opinions on that show. All I'm going to say that it exists.
It does. It does exist.
It is one of the. It is one of the shows ever made.
Yeah. Like honestly, I don't really watch any streaming services. I mean, if you count YouTube as one, then I watch that like all the time.
Yeah, not to mention the fact that it's a Scooby-Doo. Like, it's another Scooby-Doo.
Well, sorry, I was trying to adjust my straw. Yeah.
Oh my god, so unprofessional.
But yeah, no, it's just another Scooby-Doo reboot of something, and it's like I've kind of given up on watching reboots of Scooby-Doo because oh my god, how many are there? Like every year, I think there's a new reboot of Scooby-Doo.
Oh yeah, there's still money to be milked from it. So
yeah, dude, they're not done beating that Scooby-Doo.
It peaked with the James Gunn movies.
Yeah,
I'm gonna. That's my Scooby-Doo take. I was like, it peaked with Monsters Unleashed. All right, they've never hit that height again.
No, actually, I still watch like those Scooby-Doo's movies to those days, but shows. Any recent movies? No, not so much.
It all went downhill when Hanna-Barbera gave up the rights to it.
Yeah.
My friends call me Dick.
Oh, okay. All right.
You know that line.
Yeah.
Let's get going on to the spooky talk. Ooh. I figured we have. Hey, can we have our live chained studio audience member? Can you give us a good?
I'm still here.
Jared, these chains are tight, man.
You just earned a quart of water. Congratulations.
Be careful about this section because there's going to be random jump scares. You know what I mean? Gotta be like jump scare warning. Boo!
Oh, wait.
See, scared you. Got you.
How do you have a jump scare in an audio podcast? Isn't that just like,
Yeah, sorry to headphone users.
Okay, listen, I'm an innovator, okay? We innovate on this podcast.
That's true. All right. So I think one of the biggest spooky things that I like is horror as like a genre, whether it's video games, movies, anything like that. I kind of got started. I watched Alien for the first time when I was 10, and it's still one of my favorite movies of all time.
Yeah.
Because it scared the bejesus out of me, quite frankly. I used to be scared of the dark and going upstairs without the lights turned on.
Yes.
After I watched the movie, I was scared of chest bursters, and the dark itself wasn't too scary anymore. It was great.
Something else, kind of just peeked inside. You're like, wait a minute, no, that's more terrifying.
Yeah, that's worse. Yeah,
yeah, that's probably more of an A tier. It used to be like an A tier thing. Now it's more kind of like a C.
Exactly. Yeah, and I mean, I guess from there, I mean, at least me personally, I just did like a deep dive into a lot of horror stuff. Like from then on, it just kind of hooked me, like the adrenaline. Even for like the really shitty like sci-fi horror movies that like the actual Sci-Fi Channel would put out, I'd watch those all the time. It was just they were dog shit, but they were hilarious. Like they hooked me. It's great.
Yeah, I got Josh when we first started dating. He hated horror. Like he was, he would get scared easily. But ever since like me and him started dating, and I'm a horror fanatic, so I would watch him all the time. And then now he's just like. Yeah, no, I don't care about him. Right, Josh?
Yeah. Being stuck here is the real horror.
Damn, dude. Deep in the podcast bunker. You get like 3 square meals a day. We let the chains off every couple of weeks.
Hey, you should be thankful you're here,
Yeah,
man.
exactly. I'm protecting you from the ultraviolet rays from the sun.
Exactly, dude.
I'm gonna be honest though, I am not a horror person. You know, I thought that Beetlejuice was too spooky. Like that's my
Beetlejuice?
absolute peak.
I mean,
Really?
Oh my god,
The-
I'm not into it.
the effects, yeah, I can see they'd be, pretty spooky.
And what was it? Gremlins? Oh my god, dude,
Oh my God.
horrifying.
Okay, I'm with you here, Tyler. I do not like horror at all either.
I don't. It's like especially like the jump scare stuff. Like
You'd hate Five Nights at Freddy's.
yeah, no, I do. Like I think the things that are more interesting are it's like the psychological horror where it's like like the scariest thing is whatever you came up with, not the movie like showing you like the scarecrow with scissors for fingers. Like
Well, I mean,
like, oh no, it's so scary.
Yeah, I think the death of cinematic lighting has really put a damper on horror movies. So like, so the new Halloween movie just came out and it has had very bad reviews.
really? I haven't watched it yet.
Yeah. Well, did you watch Halloween Kills?
Yep.
Yeah,
And
that's pretty
Did you
bad.
guys watch
right?
the prequels, Halloween Town and Return to Halloween Town?
What a great movie.
Oh, so spooky.
So spooky,
I
spooky.
love
They fell
Disney
off, bro.
Channel, man.
Like,
It fell off.
But I did like a rewatch of the first couple Halloween movies before this next one just came out. And in Halloween 1, you can like there's certain scenes where like Michael Myers is like creeping up behind someone, and it's kind of like how you said, where it's like you can't really see him completely. Like you can get kind of like the outline of his figure, and then but like now even watching the trailers for Halloween Ends, it's just Michael standing in the middle of a fucking room. Like where is like I'm sorry, it gets infinitely less scary the more like you watch that. And like I get it, if you don't like horror movies, that might not be your bag. But like, I watch a horror movie because I like to get kind of spooked. I like that kind of adrenaline, you know?
well, what was it? The Halloween Ends? Is that the newest one?
Yes.
All right. So what was the other one? The last Halloween movie that they just released then?
Kills?
Yeah, Kills. They've dumbed down the victims in that movie. Like I'm just sitting there screaming at my television as to why they're doing certain things, and I remembered, because they have to, do these certain things for the killer to win. And what was a Chainsaw Massacre movie that they just released on Netflix?
Did they make another one?
Yeah, it was a newest one.
Oh.
Was it a direct to Netflix release? Because
Yes.
sometimes
Yeah.
that's like hit or miss.
Yeah, I watched that, and oh my god, yeah, it's the same thing. Spoiler warning. What was it? The Chainsaw Massacre guy. I forgot his name.
Leatherface.
Leatherface. Yes. Fake fan over here. Yeah, he literally walks onto a bus full of people with a chainsaw, and literally, guy takes up his phone, starts recording, and goes, "You're gonna be canceled, bro." And it's like,
I remember that, dude.
because they're the millennials, like, "Oh yeah, take out my phone, I'm totally gonna cancel you."
Dude,
And then
go ahead.
no,
I was gonna say, when I saw that scene, I just like flew back in my chair, dude.
Yeah,
I was just fucking dying on the floor.
I took a deep sigh.
Maybe that's the true horror of the new horror films. The fact that
Oh God, millennials run,
being canceled is
Ruining
the
our economy.
scariest thing that can happen.
They're ruining the economy, man. Our diamond prices are going down.
Oh, actually, I do want to say though, going back to Halloween Kills for a second, it actually, as bad as the movie is, it has one of my favorite kills in any horror movie. Because like if you're into horror movies, and like Tyler, you've probably at least seen these online where it's like they'll like rank the kills from like a certain movie, especially if it's like a slasher movie. They'll be like, oh, that was badass. It's like
Maybe.
okay. So there's one scene in Halloween Kills, and I was on my couch crying, laughing when it happened. It's like hardwired into my brain now. So Michael's going on a rampage in like near like on the side of a road, and like people are like shooting at him and stuff like that. And Michael Myers gets in the car, and the way that the film is edited, it makes it look like Michael Myers is about to drive the fucking car, and it looks hilarious. And this woman comes over with a revolver, and she's like shooting into the car. And with one bullet left, Michael slams his car door open, and it like cracks the lady's hand, so the revolver points towards her.
Oh my God.
She shoots herself in the head.
Yeah, she did. He was in the car. She could have just waited
Yeah.
to he got out of the car. No, she just kept shooting. She kept blasting.
Again, like the editing is what really makes it. because all you see is the door open, and then next thing you like the gun is like facing her.
I think that was an accident from on Myers' part. I think he just opened the door, didn't expect it to like just be there.
He's like, oh shit, my bad.
Like, oh, okay, that works.
But yeah, let's see here. We can go into games and stuff in a minute because I know Jack, that's kind of like your big thing.
I don't know if you call it a big thing.
Well I know you like Dead by Daylight and like all
gamer,
that stuff.
aren't you?
Are you a big mode gamer?
We should talk about that before we take off for today because that's interesting. Let me see other favorites. I like The Conjuring. Nope was very good. I loved
movie,
Nope. 28 Days Later. It's one of my favorite zombie movies. And me and Amanda actually just finished watching Midnight Mass on Netflix. It's
I don't know if I watched that.
Yeah, so it came out, I think it was last year, and it did this whole thing where it's like this. So you know how most horror movies happen in like the boonies, basically. Yeah. You know, unless it's like Jason Goes to New York or something. But so it's an island. It's like kind of like an unnamed New England island.
Okay.
So and it's like a big fishing town and everything, and it's all like a bunch of these like super religious people, right? Like Christianity is like deeply rooted in this town. And their pastor goes on, I don't think it's a sabbatical, but he goes to like Jerusalem, and he goes like all around the world with like other groups of priests, basically. And he apparently gets sick, and he stays on the mainland, right? So instead they send this new young pastor to the island, and he's like, I'm going to be your new father for now, while the old priest is getting better. And the first few episodes do something, and I'm not going to spoil it because I do think if you guys like horror movies and stuff like that, it's great.
Yeah.
The first 3 episodes, they don't show you the monster at all. Like, well, they do the thing where the monster has like these like glowing white eyes, but it's always like deeply rooted in shadow. So like there's one scene in particular that I remember where this woman is like looking out of her kitchen window, like, and she just has like a field. Yeah. So she's looking out, and then like it's one of those things that takes you a second, and then you just see like these like piercing white eyes, like in the distance, and then you see like the shadow like scurry off. And I'm like, I appreciate Amanda doing this, like watching it with me, because she hates horror movies. She gets spooked so easily. Yeah. So like when stuff like that happens, I'm like, oh my god, that was so cool. And she's like grabbing onto me for dear life. She's like, what the fuck was that? And so I would highly recommend it. Eventually they show off the monster, I think a little bit too early, but it's still like it's a really cool show, and like I like the horror movies that like kind of make you think, like how Tyler was saying, that it's more of like the psychological thing too.
Yeah, it's like fear of the unknown more than like fear of whatever they're showing you.
Yeah, and so and obviously there's some kind of very on the nose like religious allegories with the show being called Midnight Mass and everything, but highly recommend.
Well, can I recommend? Me and Josh watched a movie in theaters not too long ago called Barbarian. It's been a while since I've seen like an actually good horror movie, and it's horror in an aspect of being gory and like kind of disturbing, but I would also say it's kind of like a thriller, like a psychological thriller in a way. I'm not gonna spoil anything, but what I will say is that movie, I kind of had to like squint a little bit, and normally I don't do that in horror movies. But after watching that movie, like I was actually like kind of sitting there like that was really good, because in the trailers they show like nothing really of what it's about. They kind of like mislead you in a way, so you don't expect anything. It's on HBO. Well, it's gonna be on HBO pretty soon. So if people are like looking for a good horror movie to watch, I totally recommend Barbarian.
Yeah, I saw the trailer. I mean, it looks super interesting. Yeah, so I'm just waiting for that HBO release, and then it's like day one watch.
Yeah, it's totally worth it. Like cool. I haven't seen a good horror movie like that in years.
I will say, I think an underappreciated genre in the movie industry is not necessarily horror movies, but Halloween movies. You know what I mean? Like good fun light.
I know what you mean.
Oh yeah, the old Disney like the downtown Salem, like follies everywhere, brick building.
Hoobie Halloween featuring Adam Sandler.
Hell yeah, brother.
Crazy Halloween nights.
But I bring it up because I actually me, my brother, my sister, and my brother's girlfriend, we all recently watched like the Hocus Pocus movies back to back. I will say, Hocus Pocus 1, I think it still holds up as like a pretty fun, it's a classic. It used to be a cult classic, but now it's like everyone knows it. But yeah, I still think it holds up. The effects still look pretty good. You got the fun, lighthearted, like 90s Disney feeling. It's super cheesy, but I think that's what makes the charm out of it. But also so like knowing that like that legendary status of Hocus Pocus being like one of the Halloween movies, going into Hocus Pocus 2, to be honest, I had low expectations because rebooting an old series, modernizing it, corporatizing it as Disney does with their IPs these days. I was pleasantly surprised at how faithful and, honestly, it was a pretty good movie, pretty good sequel. Yeah, there's some obvious product placement and advertisement here and there because, that's just,
Disney.
It's the house of
Gotta get that bag.
Yeah, and that's just also modern movie making now and stuff.
Yeah.
You got the quirky like Marvel writing, like he's right behind me. Isn't he? but honestly, like the thing is though, it doesn't take itself like that seriously at all. The characters are pretty fun as well. They're
it's a fun, jokingly good family movie.
Yeah, I mean, and the motivations for the characters make sense as well. I mean, they keep it simple, and I think that's like what the real strength is of the movie. They didn't have to do anything like big and spectacular. Just keep it simple, keep it fun, keep it lighthearted. There are a couple of jokes that I really like even some of like the one-off jokes and stuff actually come back as plot relevance and actually help out the plot move along. If you know, you know. But honestly, it was a pretty fun Halloween movie I saw recently, and I was pleasantly surprised. Pretty faithful, and honestly, I'm not going to spoil the ending here, but I will say it is pretty much a good closure on the Hocus Pocus series. I mean, the first one was as it is, but I don't mind the second one existing. I think it's a fun movie.
Yeah, I still need to watch the second one. I've been watching.
All right, let's see. All right, so next up, there's some stuff that I really like, and I'm not gonna lie, I watch creepypasta YouTubers this time of year. I'm not immune to it. Okay, just
Who doesn't love a good creepypasta,
say,
man?
I'm
Jeff the Killer, Slender Man, dude. When Jeff the Killer just like whips his nays, dude, it fucking speaks to me, dude. It speaks to me on an emotional and deep level.
So, yeah, I mean, one of my favorite things to talk about this time of year though would be like cryptids. Mothman, Bigfoot, the Rake. The Rake scares the shit out of me. All right,
What the fuck is the Rake?
Dude, you've never heard of the Rake?
No, I've never heard of the
It lives
Rake.
in your shed and you use it to scoop up leaves. It's fucking terrifying. Those things are sharp.
All right, let me pull up a picture for you. But basically, it's a
Dude, so from what I've heard so far, like just the name of the fact that the name's like the Rake, I'm picturing the Scarecrow from Bob the Builder.
no, so it looks like that. That's the
I was close.
it's like
Oh, that guy.
like a pale so it's like a pale white.
Can we get a picture for the YouTube video where it's like
Yeah,
the Scarecrow
yeah.
from Bob the
Scarecrow.
Builder versus the Rake?
Yeah, Eldor, put up a picture of a rake, please.
Wait, I think we have like a starving artist like chained to the basement walls.
Yeah.
Like maybe he can like do something for us.
I can't feel my hands.
Unpaid interns, you gotta love them.
Classic.
Yeah, let's give it up the unpaid label, dude. Let's give it up for that.
But yeah, so I mean, Jack, one thing that I know that you know far more about than I do are SCPs, and they kind of fall under the whole cryptid branch of spookiness.
Oh, let me tell you about SCP. Do you want to get into that now? Or?
Yeah.
Send it.
Let's do it now. Okay, first off, what does SCP stand for?
So SCP stands for secure, contain, protect. They are basically a international organization that keeps anomalous like beings, like places, just anything anomalous that is a like genuine like safety hazard for the public like population. And it gets pretty crazy. Like you got like these like you got like safe anomalous stuff that's like it wouldn't harm anyone, but also it probably shouldn't be known about. Also could be consequences for that. And then you got like your dangerous ones, like, oh god, like we need to keep these like contained. And then you got like fucking like entities and gods and other planets, and also there's like an SCP Foundation in every like known universe, and they can communicate with each other. It gets crazy, dude. If you go deep into it.
How many are there? Are there like
I actually checked last night. I believe from the time of this recording, there are about 7,701.
Dude, everything's an SCP these days, huh?
Also,
honestly,
they're user created too, right?
Oh yeah, they're all user created.
Yeah.
This has been like a very it's basically just a like a fandom of like creative writers and stuff who like come together and create this like fictional universe and stuff. It's been going on for years and years now. I think well over like 10 years, I think. So that's plenty of time to write like a lot of cryptids and like these like monsters and like stuff. But it's pretty fun. A lot of them are like, scary, dangerous stuff, but you got some like good ones. Like this isn't one that I'm gonna like bring up in the list, but is gonna mention SCP-999. Basically, Cliff Notes version. They are orange like slime creature, right?
Mm-hmm.
But they are basically the embodiment of happiness. And like whenever it seeks out people who are like super sad and stuff, and it just like plays with them and stuff, and makes them happy.
Oh.
It's a very wholesome SCP.
That's very wholesome.
Yeah, that's not
Most
scary
of
at
them
all.
are not that wholesome at all. But
most of them are like Lovecraftian horrors from what I've
Yeah.
seen, right? Like
fun fact.
Horrors beyond human understanding.
Yeah, fun fact. I believe Cthulhu is a SCP in the universe, but he's
Bruh.
just like a teenage boy who
What?
likes to play video games and stuff. And the reason he's dangerous is because there's like the cult of Cthulhu and stuff. Whenever like someone's around him for like a period of time, they just go insane and worship him. And he's just like a teenage boy.
What Modern Warfare 2 lobbies do to him, MF.
I can't wait for Modern Warfare 2 to come out.
Dude, I was
But
gonna say like
so-
that Cthulhu man thing. It sounds like what is it? Like a Twilight romance horror type thing.
maybe. But I got a list of 3 SCPs I want to go through in depth. But I'm gonna start out with probably the most popular one. You may have heard of it before. SCP-173. Basically, there's not a lot of information on the site, it looks like, because they had to update it recently, because the artist of the original photo was like, I don't want this to be like the SCP. But that's a whole nother discussion for another day. Basically, it is a living statue made of concrete, rhubarb wire, and spray paint. That is basically that's the original one. That's the original image.
I know that one.
Yeah, but basically it's kind of like the crying angels from Doctor Who. Basically, if you cannot look away from it or blink from it, because it is a statue that if you don't look at it, it snaps your neck. Yep, it's just a living statue that just appeared one day. Maybe from another dimension. I don't know. The lore of this one is a bit iffy because it's popular, but it just, if you don't look away, it snaps your neck. Also, it can move, I believe, up to like 100 meters a second. It is incredibly fast. So like, if it was like outside, like across the street there, and you blink, you'd be dead. Yeah. It is very fast.
Now, is this the one that tracks you down even if you look at it like through a camera too, or am I thinking of something else?
Oh no, you're thinking of another SCP.
Oh, okay. All right.
But also there's been like things where like secretes a brownish black liquid from itself that the Foundation has to clean up because they don't know what it does, but some people believe that it's its way of like spreading its like, I guess, spores, because in some like fan timelines and stuff, that like black goo is used to create more instances of 173.
Oh,
and basically, if it got like more than 2, basically the world would end.
Are we sure it just doesn't have IBS?
Yeah, I too secrete brown liquid.
But yeah, it would be scary to have an army of invincible statues that snap people's necks, roaming around the world, and yeah, like they're not even human, obviously, but like they don't have any internal organs and stuff. They're literally just like stone rhubarb, and that's it.
Yeah, that would not
So
be
they can like
so fun.
easily traverse like oceans and stuff within hours.
I know what the SCP looks like, and to me, all I just think about how it just floats, just like in one direction constantly.
Yeah,
I imagine it just like running on water. I thought that was so much more funny.
I mean that would be funny. The fucking second coming of Christ, dude.
Yeah.
It's like a kilo stone.
All right, so Jack, you got 2 more SCPs for us. What you got?
Oh yes, we'll go a little bit lighthearted with this one.
Okay.
This one is probably my personal favorite out of the bunch, but it is SCP 504. It is a safe. Oh yeah, I should probably explain the safety stuff both quickly. Excuse me. There's like 3 different like for simple terms, 3 different like safety classes: safe, Euclid, and kettle. Safe is basically it's like easy to contain. Euclid's like a little bit more difficult. Kettle is like, yo, we need anything to contain this thing. So yeah, SCP-504 is a safe class anomaly. It is basically sentient tomatoes, and and the thing is, like, you can like regrow them and stuff. They're like sustainable, they're farmable because they're tomatoes, and basically it's a they're basically identical to tomatoes, like just a normal everyday tomato. However, if a poor attempt at humor is made verbally within human hearing range of 504's tomatoes, they instantly accelerate at a speed of at least 100 miles per hour in the direction of the sound source. And only mature tomatoes separated from the vines and less than 10% rotten or chemically compromised exhibit the effect. On physical impact, they can either cause mild bruising or death.
Huh. It sounds like a movie I've watched.
Yeah, so basically, if you make a bad joke around this SCP, the tomato will like just fly towards you so fast that it could kill you.
Could you imagine just being like, oh, well, at least just don't call me late for dinner, and then just like your existence leaves the planet.
Yeah, some of these SCP logs also come with like testing like records and stuff. So basically, here's a test of one of the tomatoes. So the subject is 504-1, which is the tomato itself, not the vine. Is a hippopotamus or just a very cool eponymous? There was no change in that because it's a funny joke, obviously. Okay, here's another one. So 3 tomatoes are brought into the room, each one a different crossbreed of another tomato. The joke is, if you have dentures, don't use actual sweetener because you'll get a fake cavity. All 3 tomatoes clocked in at exactly 145 miles per hour. Subject injured, 2 teeth dislodged.
Oh.
I love this. I think this is going to be my favorite SCP. This is great.
Here's one more. Oh my god. Okay. So one mature SCP-504 tomato. Subject, a portable computer playing a pre-recorded engineering joke. Transcript. 2009 is going to be a complex year. We already know the real part. We still have to find the imaginary part. Supersonic blast detected. Computer was completely vaporized by the tomato's kinetic energy. Sensor readings indicate an approximate speed of 3,500 kilometers per hour or 2,174 miles per hour.
That tomato really said, not funny, didn't laugh.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
So yeah, you can see why that's like one of my favorite SCPs.
I love that.
You make a bad joke, you fucking die, dude.
Yes. Yeah, bon voyage.
Yeah. But yeah, it's just, there are so many SCPs like that though. It's funny, like when you find those few gems. Okay, now here's for my last one, here's a fun one that is very popular. It plays on a fun trope of like IKEA. Real enough. This is SCP-180A. It is a safe object class and is also known as the Infinite IKEA. So basically,
I know what this is.
oh shit, no.
I think I've seen
Cut
this on
that plot
TikTok.
out because that is the wrong one.
Oh, not the 1808.
Yeah, no, that's the wrong SCP. We'll cut that out.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I'll
totally,
cut it,
cut that out.
Okay, so yeah, basically, here's a funny, spooky one.
Okay.
So this one's a pretty funny one as well. But SCP-1808, it is a safe object class. But here's the thing. There are 6 of them. So if there's multiple instances of an SCP, they're labeled -1, -2, -3. So SCPs 1808-126 are little like yellow square watches with green polka dots in the images of SpongeBob SquarePants. And you're asking like, why on earth is a bunch of SpongeBob McDonald's clocks very dangerous? And why do we need to keep them contained? Well, apparently, when it is worn by the user, when the user wears one of the watches, it can only be removed by the person who puts on the watch. And basically, what it does, let me look here. Oh yes, okay. So the fingers of the person with the watch on will stop to grow, and they will keep growing indefinitely. They'll just grow and grow and grow, just until the person who has put the watch on takes it off.
Okay.
And nothing can remove it besides the person wearing the watch.
How fast do the fingers grow?
Let me look here.
Like
I
every
actually
second?
haven't read this. 2 in length, but I believe it is. I think I saw a value. Oh yeah, they'll grow in length by approximately 6 centimeters.
How frequently though? Does it say?
Yeah.
The growth will continue every quarter hour until the watch is removed or the I can speak. Or the knob is retracted, halting the watch's timekeeping functions.
What?
So it doesn't even work as a watch.
Man, what's
It
the
can be
worst
used
trade
as a-
deal in the history of trade deals? That's right.
What a scam,
it's a
dude.
SpongeBob watch that could be technically used as a torture device.
Dude, I mean, honestly, if your fingers grow super long, you have your personal back scratcher there.
Yeah, good luck trying to.
How do you wipe your ass with fucking fingers that long?
Carefully.
Yeah, but yeah, that is that's also a thing that exists in the SCP universe. SpongeBob clocks that grow your fingers out and cause you extreme pain.
I could just imagine someone like, they have an actual SpongeBob watch and they're like, I can make an SCP out of this.
Yeah, that's probably what's the story.
Damn.
But yeah, there's a whole bunch of other fun SCPs. Like there's an Infinite IKEA. There is a Nerf gun that actually nerfs things that are shot with it.
The IKEA one, there's a game of someone's developing. I keep seeing it on TikTok.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's a popular SCP. SCP, that one. But yeah, there's an SCP that if you look at it, it does anything in the power to kill you. There's a plague doctor that brings people back to life because of a thing called the pestilence.
Oh, what a nice guy.
Yeah, and he's trying to cure everyone
kind.
of it. Yeah, there's a whole thing. I believe the website is scp.com, I think. There's a whole bunch of cool scp-wiki.wiki.com. It's there's a bunch of fun reads and stuff. But yeah, that's SCP.
While listening to Jack talk about the SCPs, I remembered a scary movie that many of us hold near and dear to our heart.
Oh, good. All right.
All right,
What is it?
Does anyone here remember Poultrygeist.
All right. Okay. Yep.
I'm gonna be honest. I've never heard of that before.
Yeah.
You've
Oh
definitely
my
heard
God.
of it.
Oh no! Stop.
Enlighten me in the views of what Poultrygeist is.
You know, I've never actually watched the whole movie. I've only seen one scene over and over and over and over again. Basically, you know, back in the good old days of YouTube, when there was still YouTube poops, you know, you'd be watching a bunch of really good poops in a row. You know, fucking SpongeBob, King of the Hill, like, you know, the absolute gold of the early 2010s.
Amen, bro.
And then, you know, the YouTube algorithm would get a taste for what you want to watch, and you know, you get recommended this very famous scene from Poultrygeist.
Don't look at me. Do not look at me for support on this.
What do you mean?
No, I'm not going to encourage people to look up Poultrygeist.
You don't even know how to watch the movie. You just gotta watch that one scene. It's incredible.
Okay, Jared, if you're not going to encourage it, I'm going to encourage it.
I think-
Look up Poultrygeist.
I think
right
we need to
now.
bring Josh to the stand.
Josh, buddy, come on my mic for a second.
Oh, wait,
Come
we
on.
need
Wait. We have to
Unchain
unchain him.
Yeah.
One.
Yeah.
Hold on. Clank, clank, clank. Hold on. Wait, fuck. I gotta get my keys out here.
Eldo add clinking sound.
Oh God.
Don't look at the light for too long, all right?
Real close to it. Get in here.
I was like, dude, I was there for like weeks, man. I'm like dehydrated.
I told him it was an unpaid internship. He knew what he signed up for.
So yeah, Jess, do you remember that scene vividly? You know, this rather stout man walks up to the chicken counter and
Yeah, and he orders some food,
he orders some food. You know,
and it's an enjoyable meal. He
yeah,
loves
exactly. And that's it. You just get to watch him enjoy his fast food.
it. Yeah, and then you know, as always, as humans, when we eat food, we have to you know, there's
Take a big
release.
stinky dookie. Yep.
There's a release.
Yeah.
And this wasn't any regular release.
Right.
Something much more beautiful,
Yeah, exactly. Something
cinematic happened.
that you can't describe in words. You could only look up on YouTube yourself.
Yeah, so if our editor puts up like a silent GIF
I'm not going to do that.
of the titular character Jerry.
Is this guy's name actually Jeremy?
Yes.
Yes.
All right, back in your cage.
Back in your
Back
cage. To the wall.
Get that prod away from me.
Maybe like the Patreon special can be all of us watching it, you know? Like it's like on Twitch when people make money watching other people's content.
Oh, don't get me fucking started. 'Cause that's another podcast episode.
Yeah,
that's an
a lot,
SCP all by itself.
Yeah. Yeah, can we talk about how Pokemon was created in a fucking lab? It's like,
Dude, in a hot sub stream.
yeah.
Oh my god.
Just one more thing I want to add, Jared.
How'd you get out?
Jerry, he came out a new man, literally.
Literally, yeah.
What?
Yippee!
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, goddamn.
Well,
That one's a true cryptid because it doesn't leave your mind, you know? You just, anytime your mind wanders on YouTube, you just feel your fingers typing it out, you know?
Oh yes.
Beast boosted diarrhea sounds 3.
Back in the day where you could look up anything on YouTube, it'd be mentally scarred for life. For me, it was the scene in the old Silent Hill movie where Pyramid Head ripped off this woman's skin in one piece, and
One
that
Piece?
traumatized me for
Yep.
you. Nicole, why are you here?
Why am I here? Sorry.
you
I'm
are the
sorry, that
resident
was
Silent
mean.
Hill expert. That is-
Well, I don't mean to brag.
Go ahead, floor's yours.
Well, first of all, Silent Hill movies are pretty good, but they're not as good as the games. I'm gonna tell you why. Literally, they fucked up. All they had to do was, like, you know, not do the whole mother saving their daughter trope. Just have the father save the daughter trope. Like, that's probably like the, you know, what got my father when he played Silent Hill 1 was that, you know, was a dad trying to save his daughter. But they, you know, obviously fucked that up. So, I don't know. It doesn't have the same impact. But in the Silent Hill movies, yeah, Pyramid Head, like, you know, it kind of, like, got to me when he gripped the skin and, like, you see all the blood vessels and, like, everything piling up at the base of the skin, and then when they, like, ripped it off, it was just nothing but bones. And I'm just sitting there like, yeah, that's actually really disturbing. But yeah, Pyramid Head, you know, overused guy. he was only good for like the second game because he was now turned out to be the Silent Hill mascot. So they basically just overused him in every single thing.
But come on, Pyramid Head is pretty cool.
Well, he's definitely cool. Like, Dead by Daylight, obviously.
Oh, don't get me started on that. I mean, we're basically in the video game section now, right?
Yeah, dude.
You want to talk about Dead
See,
by
that's
Daylight?
what we call a segue, like in Happy Wheels with that Segway guy.
I have to say for a second, when you said it was really disturbing, I heard that in Charlie's voice from Smiling Friends. Yeah, honestly, it's kind of fucking disturbing.
Yeah, man.
That's straight up beautiful, by the way.
I mean, I also can't go in depth of Silent Hill because we would be here for more than 1 hour.
I mean, you only made a PowerPoint presentation.
Yeah, I was gonna say that was we're a group of people who enjoy doing PowerPoint presentations because we're just like.
I mean, you got to start into the. I mean, it was mainly me and you that did the PowerPoints.
Oh
but
yeah. I think me and you were tied right now for how many we did.
Yeah.
I think I've done like 5 maybe.
Yeah, mine has all just been video games, I think.
Hey, that's cool.
I have still yet to make one, and I feel ashamed of that.
What are the
fact.
PowerPoints for? I've never been privy to this.
Oh yeah,
Well.
so basically my base is for like a bunch of the upcoming videos I want to work on were these PowerPoints.
Oh, okay.
So basically okay, you know that meme where it's like there is no Netflix, pull your pants off.
Yeah.
Just
okay.
Me. Okay.
Yeah,
All right, that's fine.
yeah.
That's
One
cool.
with Obama, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just casual sexual harassment, right?
Just casual. Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically, that's kind of what that was like. Because I was like, guys, we should all do like a PowerPoint, like make PowerPoint presentations about just like stupid shit that we're like uniquely interested in.
Yeah.
So I have all the ones that I've presented. I got it pulled up right here.
Didn't Cancel Me Carson start this trend?
Did he?
Yeah, it was like he would make his friends like present shit on Discord, and then they would vote on who had the best presentation.
Yeah, you did.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I saw this on Facebook where it was just a bunch of people doing like PowerPoint presentations in like a party setting.
It's a millennial thing.
It's a millennial thing. Yeah. So let me see. I did Bionicles. I did 2 comic book presentations about how to read comics and how to get into it. Then I did one about districts. My not very good story that I wrote when I was 13.
We should have a whole episode dedicated to that.
Oh, I'm already on it, buddy. Believe me, that's in the calendar. That's and then next up is how I would like redo the DC movie universe, which that's probably gonna be a video eventually. And then why you should play Warhammer 40,000. That was and then I have like 5 other ones that like I've started, but like just haven't done yet. So yes.
That's why you should subscribe to the YouTube channel and like the video.
Yeah, and hit that bell icon if you want to see when we release new
Yeah,
stuff.
don't forget to comment as well. You know, we're always in the comment for the first hours after.
Actually, for like the first week, if we're
Yeah,
being
for the
honest here.
podcast
I've
goes
been doing that
live.
for the Spider-Man episode, but yeah.
Yeah, we out here.
Yeah, we are here. Yeah, I like talking to people. So
Don't forget to catch us on Spotify and
Spotify, YouTube, and we're on a couple others, but those are the big 2.
Okay,
Yeah.
we can stop chilling
Yeah.
right now. We're in the middle of the episode.
2 hours of entertainment enjoyed by ones and ones of people.
He's learning the script that we gave him.
well, that's not gonna get you any water.
Maybe another
Flattery will get you nowhere.
Get back to
I
work.
don't want to be here when Districts gets written.
All right, so let's see. So back to the video games. Do you guys
Yeah.
want to? I know Jack, you got a couple. Nichole, you obviously got some.
Well, I could list some. Obviously, Silent Hill series 1 through 4. By the way, don't even bother. I mean, well, it depends on like what
Unless you have
like.
the chainsaw controller, right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
So do Basel. Gotcha.
It depends
Wait,
on.
wasn't that Resident Evil, the chainsaw controller?
Yeah, that was
that was
Resident
for
Evil.
RE4, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, it depends on like what your taste is. Personally, 1 through 4 is my favorite of the series. Fatal Frame, another good classic. If you want to like not purchase it for like $100 and like was it what is it called? Is it getting
Emulate.
Yeah. If you want to emulate it, recommend this whole series because they just released the what is it, Maiden of the Blackwater. Dude. to be fair, it has a lot of wet t-shirt shit because it's a Japanese type thing. Yes. But if you get past that, weird shit, it's all like, spooky ghosts. Highly recommend. Resident Evil, they just did the whole remakes and all that, and they're going to release the 4th Resident Evil sometime soon. I forgot when, but yeah.
Cool. All right, Jack, how about you? I know you.
But first, I want to talk about actual horror games. There's one
okay.
Wow.
No.
I'll see
That wasn't a
myself
diss. That wasn't a diss at your segment. Trust
No,
me,
no.
that was a diss at a game that I'm gonna talk about later.
Oh,
Okay.
I'm here for this.
Like
All right.
Nichole, I'm sorry. Can you forgive me? Please don't cancel me on Twitter. Please don't cancel me on Twitter.
That's it.
My fingers are going.
But okay. So there was one that came out, I believe, maybe even yesterday, maybe 2 days ago. It's called Scorn.
I heard about that.
Yeah, basically, it was a game that was teased back in 2014. That is basically it's like a 6 to 8 hour survival horror game.
Yeah, and
That-
the whole art concept.
Yeah, that's like based off the imaginary world of H.R. Geigel.
Yes, yeah,
And let me tell you, it is one of the most unique looking games I have ever seen.
for sure.
Yeah, everything has a biomechanical feel to it. Nothing's like completely machine or completely
That
like
came out a couple
human.
days ago, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, I keep seeing that on TikTok.
yeah.
You like
Basically,
TikToks.
yeah. From what I understand, is you wake up on a planet made completely out of machine flesh and blood, and everything there, I believe, is technically alive.
Yeah, it's all has a purpose of I believe to what is it? They basically use bodies and blood and all that to get machines going. I think. Yeah, but everything's kind of like sentient. I think in a way.
Maybe I'm not sure.
But it's mainly all mechanical, because of the whole industrial type feel with it.
Yeah.
Where they fuse human bodies with steam powered shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I've heard of it and I wanted to play it, but kind of heard some mixed things about it.
Yeah. Wait, really?
Yeah, I mean, people are saying it's either way too short or it's like, they weren't satisfied with the ending of the game. And I guess it's like everyone's own perspective on how they view games, but I'm probably going to wait for the sale on it, but I'm still interested.
I will say,
Sales.
I will say it is probably again, like I said, one of the most unique looking games. Also one of the prettiest games I've seen in recent years. Like the level of detail and some of the textures and stuff, probably thanks to advancements in technologies and bump maps and whatnot. Yes. Dude, it looks uncanny.
Yeah, that's what really got me into the whole game in the first place. I was so excited is because I like disturbing gory type games or
Yeah,
movies.
I mean, you're a Silent Hill fan.
Yeah, sure, yep. But
This looks horrifying.
yeah. But when I first saw it, I was like, oh, this is actually really good. And then later on for other trailers and sneak peeks, I was like, oh, it's just like a Doom shoot 'em up game.
Not necessarily a shoot 'em up.
Yeah, it wasn't really a shoot 'em up. That's what kind of people thought it was a little bit, but it's mainly puzzle solving, I think.
Yeah, it's a very slow, monotonous game. That's you take it at your own pace and stuff, and that's it's a horror game. It's a survival horror game.
Yeah.
It's not like the fast-paced shooters that, I don't want to say plaguing the market, but, it's not like a shooter. It has guns, yes.
Yeah.
But, limited resources and stuff.
It's
like
more,
that,
I think, of a visual storytelling with, puzzles and some shoot 'em up scenes. But, yeah, it's all visual storytelling, I believe, on going through the world and, experiencing it and, seeing what it's all about. Yeah, I'm gonna play it at some point.
Oh yeah, it just looks so exciting and fun.
That looks ridiculously spooky.
Yeah.
I'll
just
put up
saw
a
something,
picture for the audio listeners.
Yeah, do a little jump scare of a
It's so scary.
scoring
I
image.
don't know.
Jump scare. Boo. Sorry, man. I should have put a jump scare warning there. That's my bad.
No,
Don't
I
cancel
got
me.
you. I got you.
Thanks.
I think the
Just
scariest thing that I know of on YouTube. Are you guys familiar with Rat Boy Genius?
I think wasn't he the one who made the videos in Minecraft with 3D?
Yes.
Yeah.
Are you familiar with the potato knishes meme?
Vaguely, yeah.
Yeah, so
I've heard people say potato conditions before.
So he basically, this guy, he plays like modded Minecraft, right?
Okay.
And then he puts this like really like shittily made like Blender animated like 3D models inside of the Minecraft world.
Oh, okay.
And he has this like whole narrative, right? So like it's like this very like zero to hero kind of story, but it's like so like gutturally scary because it's like so inhuman. Like these like weird like early like animation 3D models. Like it's very much looks like it's straight out of the 90s superimposed over like modded Minecraft.
Oh.
I'm gonna look it up.
I'll put up potato conditions on screen.
Stop saying that. Ah, damn it. Stop.
Thank you, Adam.
You'll the Potato Condition song, that character, that is Rat Boy Genius. He is like the main character of the whole universe. But he has like a whole like love story and everything else.
Oh, okay.
It is like just like uncanny valley is the word that I'm trying to like come up with.
Yeah, okay. I had to look up the image because I was like, wait,
Yeah,
it
yeah.
sounds so familiar that I saw like, oh, yep, I
Yeah,
remember.
that. Yep. And it's like the guy's also a musician, so all of the music in the show he like makes himself, and it's just like even in that it's like very like disturbing and like it's all like not off key but yeah, not off tune. It's like the way that it's written is it's like it's not meant to be like it's not harmonious, so like you feel uneasy listening to it, and like that's just the background music. Like this guy is like a master artist in horror, but it looks like Minecraft videos that like any kid would enjoy.
Okay. Well, so I guess that's potato conditions.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, it's Rat Boy Genius.
Rat Boy
Yeah, there you go.
Genius.
Shout out to my boy,
I mean,
that boy genius. Start from the bottom. Now he's there. You know what I mean?
So, Jack, I think there's one more horror game specifically.
Okay. This is a horror game with 17 pairs of quotation marks in between it. Because it's basically the Smash Brothers of horror.
Damn. I
That's
already
the
hate it.
That's the best way to describe it. And yeah, it is Dead by Daylight.
Best game.
Okay, listen.
I think that's a stretch calling that a horror game.
I mean, I think it's. Sorry,
You turn the corners,
I'll let
the
Jack,
monsters there. Oh.
Look, I'm gonna be honest. I've been involved with that community for a long time. I have played the game for a long time. I don't have that much many hours in it. I think I'm closing into 2,000. But compared to
Not much.
okay,
What?
compared to some of my friends who, by the way, stream that as a job, some people have well over 10,000 hours in that game because it's your job. But
All right,
also
I'm running the numbers. I'm launching Steam right now.
Okay, but basically, for the uninitiated, which I don't know how you are uninitiated, it is a very huge game. Basically, it is basically a freeze tag, in a way, where one guy is constantly freezing people, like chasing people down, hooking them on these meat hooks. And then while these like 4 other players have to walk on generators to open and exit gate and escape. Very simple concept. Hasn't really changed much throughout the 6 years it's been going on. But the main appeal of the game is being able to play as your favorite horror movie game and game killers. Like Michael Myers, Freddy Krueger.
Scream guy.
Yeah,
Ghostface.
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 You can also play as Pyramid Head and Reskull from Resident Evil.
Nemesis.
Yeah, Nemesis too.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I
they
knew
added
had a bunch of
Reskull.
crossover. They didn't know that they had like the other
Yeah,
video game
they
guys
also
in there.
have the strangest crossover I've ever seen. Dead by Daylight crossed over with Attack on Titan.
Wait, what?
What?
Hold on, back up.
Yeah.
What monster did? Wait, what Titan did they add?
They didn't add a character, but
Oh.
they add a bunch of cosmetic sets from it.
Oh.
And
okay.
but some of the killers get transformed into Titans from that TV show.
That is hilarious.
Do they get like bigger or is it like
No,
are they
it's the
just-
same model. Well, not the same model. It's like the
size?
same size. Yes,
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah.
But yeah, they also have their own sound effects and stuff and like special effects to make it like what's the ka-ching ka-ching. But listen, man, I don't know how to describe it. Money, what's that? But but look, listen. I have a love-hate relationship with that game. The company who makes it, like, they've been on a pretty good streak recently, I would say. although they have a very bad history of making changes that like no one asks for or just like not really listening to the community. Again, they have improved a little bit, but it's more of like a 1 step forward, 2 steps back kind of thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's still a pretty fun game. It's basically a party game at its core, although a lot of the fan bases treats it like competitive, which I do not get at all. It is a party game. It is not meant to be balanced at all.
Yeah, I've seen the rage that comes out.
Yeah, that game
funny,
brings out the worst in people. And let me say that I don't understand this about video game companies putting skill-based matchmaking into casual modes or just in casual games. Like, I get it, you want to protect your new players from, getting matched up with experienced players, like Dead by Daylight does it. I think Bungie just put it in Destiny 2 for the Crucible mode, which is like the casual PvP mode. And I don't know, I think I did Apex? I don't know if you guys play Apex, but did they add that recently?
I don't play Apex.
Dude, does anyone at this table play Call of Duty Cold War?
Unfortunately, I'm so sorry to say, no, I don't.
Yeah, so that was one of the first CODs that had like a really like baked in skill-based matchmaking, and it was terrible.
Yeah, skill-based matchmaking, I feel like just does not.
You would have
work
like
well.
you'd have one good game, right, where like you get a lot of kills, you get all the kill streaks you want, and then that's it for the rest of the day. You would not have a good game for like 6, 7, 8 hours.
Yeah, the thing
unless
is,
you bought skins, in which case they would give you like crap tier lobbies for a couple of games to like make you feel like a COD god.
But the thing is that like skill-based matchmaking.
The one who's chained up in the back is dying right now. he can't keep it together.
I mean, have you fed him yet today? That might be it.
Yeah, dude, his blood sugar might be low. Come on.
I'm seeing things.
But yeah, something I just don't understand about like gaming companies and stuff. Like, again, I get it, protecting new players, you want to bring them in for the long term, but at the same time, like for the experienced ones, I just want to have fun, man.
Mm-hmm.
But everyone, like especially in Dead by Daylight, everyone just sweats their like. I don't know if I can say dick on the podcast, but everyone just sweats their dicks off, and like people only use the meta shit and stuff because of this arbitrary number that literally does not reward you for anything in that game. You cannot see your matchmaking rank or whatever. You don't get anything from it. It's just.
I think the problem is that like, you're playing the game wrong, Jack, right? Like, video games, they're not fun anymore. It's just a second job. If you play video games to have fun, you're not doing it right.
Yeah, dude.
Overwatch, Apex, Valorant, like it's all about your KDR. It's all about that matchmaking rank. Even if you can't see it.
Yeah, man, I love hopping on Overwatch after a 50-hour work week and just like some 12-year-old is hitting the gritty on me who plays it for 60 hours a week.
Yeah, exactly.
Dude. Man, I want video games to be fun again.
Hey, you know what? It's a fun video game.
You ever bought a GameCube?
Okay, listen, like I know video games are still fun. I meant like multiplayer video games.
Hey, Left 4 Dead, dude.
Okay, Left 4 Dead, that is fun.
That's a classic.
Yeah,
when are we gonna have the Left 4 Dead stream with all the Coolio dudes mods?
I want to do it, man. I'm super down. We just got to pick a time. Oh, actually, I would like to share a story because I know we've been recording for a while and I know we got a hard cut off today.
Right.
Oh shit!
Can I tell you guys? We still got a while. That's fine.
Okay.
But can I tell you guys about the time my family thought 5-year-old Jared was possessed?
Yes.
Huh?
Oh,
So
viewers, you might want to stay for this bit, okay?
It's gonna get nutty.
So-
It's gonna get. You gotta watch
Right
till the
after
end.
these messages from our sponsors.
she gets sponsored by JavaStop. Just like,
Let's go.
should. Yeah, let's talk to him. Anyway, so the thing is, as I was kind of an odd kid, right? But like I was always like pleasant. I like to think, like I was a relatively well behaved kid,
Okay.
And but what used to happen, and I still do it occasionally now, but not to this degree. I guess I talk in my sleep occasionally. Nothing crazy, but like the couple times that we've had sleepovers, like even up until like high school, like I remember I scared the crap out of a couple of our friends before.
Yeah, I remember
because I was like, I need to leave, and people are like, Jared, what are you talking about? And I'm just like sitting up on the couch that I fell asleep on. It's like I need to leave, like my eyes are closed and everything.
Yeah, like I remember when you were a kid, you said the scariest thing to like me when I was sleeping on the floor in your living room and stuff.
Yeah.
Like I wake up and I hear you say, "Oh, Blizzard, they're making a Clash Shooter in 2016." I was like, "What the fuck, dude? What the fuck?" And that scarred me for life.
So basically, I would usually just like say things like I was probably like 4 or 5 years old when this was happening, but I would like say things that like 5-year-olds like wouldn't know about, right? Like 5-year-olds would not say anything about like chains and shackles and stuff like that, but somehow 5-year-old Jared knew about that stuff.
I mean, hey, it came in handy.
Yeah. Yeah, we got those tied on. Yeah, that's good. Yeah. We broke his spirit. It's okay. So what happened though? There was one night, the recording is still somewhere because so I used to have like a kind of like a white noise machine. It was like a Fisher Price recorder that you could put like cassette tapes in, and obviously because it was a cassette tape, you could just record over it, right? So I would have like this white noise machine, and it was the same thing where I was sitting up in bed one night, unbeknownst to me, and I kind of regained consciousness, and I like opened my eyes, and I see my mom like white as a ghost standing in my bedroom doorway, like holding the Fisher Price recorder, like it was like the microphone like pointed at me. And I was like, "Hey, Mom, what's going on?" Later on, like this is years later, I didn't even remember this until my mom like mentioned it when I was like 16. She heard me talking to myself in the middle of the night in my bedroom, and again, my eyes are closed, like I'm just sitting up in bed, and I was saying shit like, "Oh no, don't put me in the shackles again. I don't want to be chained up. Just keep me out of the shackles." And this is 5-year-old Jared saying this. And apparently my family supposedly has had like weird experiences with like psychics and stuff like that in the past. So like my grandfather, who I mean most of you guys at this table have met him at one point or another throughout the years. And apparently all of these psychics and like fortune teller people will not go near him with a 10-foot pole. Because apparently dark energy radiates around my grandfather. I wish I could say this is a joke, because it's not like one crock pot we went to said this. There is like a half dozen psychics in the Western Mass area that have completely blacklisted my grandfather for not knowing him at all.
Dude, they called each other like, "Hey man, if you see this person, don't read him, dude."
So and I guess part of that is like so this happened like all the way back like long before I was born, either in the 80s or the 90s.
Yeah.
My grandparents, they thought it would just be like a fun thing to do to like get a psychic and like talk, and, like see what happens, right?
Yeah.
And so like my mom and my grandma, fairly standard stuff, right? One thing that actually came true though, and this was, like it didn't come true for like probably close to a decade, but it was like, oh, you have this friend, and they gave the name of the friend, and my mom was like, yeah, I know someone with that name, and then they said they're going to get breast cancer. This was 10 years like later, sure as shit, like her friend got diagnosed and then unfortunately passed away when I was younger. But yeah, so there was some like bizarre stuff like that. But then this psychic, from what I've been told, pretty much looked at my grandfather and like opened up all the windows of the house, and they had to like let the negative energy out of the room. And again, like everybody at this table at one point or another has met my grandfather, who is like the most jovial person I have ever met. Right? like you'd go up to Josh over there, our little intern, just like chained in the corner, and he'd be like, "Oh hey Josh, how's it going? What's new?" All this other stuff. I have never seen him. It was just such a bizarre thing with like these psychics who were just like, yeah, he has like dark black energy that like cannot like be contained. I don't want that bad juju, basically.
Bad vibes.
Like there was even a psychic that they were gonna do like a phone thing, because like it's not everyday shit like that gets brought up, so you want to investigate it a little bit. There was a psychic that did not even take a phone call with him because of this.
Wow.
They spent like 10 seconds on the phone, and they were like, I'm good. I will stay safe. Goodbye.
I'm out.
Yeah. Yeah. So and then like you fast forward when I was younger, and then suddenly I'm talking about like chains and shackles and shit. Yeah. So like I'm not a big proponent of like believing in like reincarnation and all this other stuff. It's cool if you believe what you believe and everything, but like yeah, it's truly just one of those bizarre things that I'm like I have no explanation for. Because I can't think of a single reason, like, why, like, again, like, I've said some weird stuff in my sleep before, like, people in here and even Amanda has heard, right? But it's just, like, it's never anything, like, it's strange because I'm talking at 3 a.m. asleep, right? So it's nonsensical. But like hearing a 5, I feel bad for my mom, honestly, because it's how traumatizing is it to hear like your 5-year-old son be like, "Get the shackles off of me." Yeah, but it's terrifying.
But like, you have to take it back, dude, because it's so fucking funny that she basically like, grabbed a toy off the shelf. She's like, "I gotta record this shit."
Yo, I'm posting this up to Facebook.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure she still has the recording somewhere.
It would only be better if it was like a Furby, you know?
I'll put up that recording on the audio.
Wait, so have you ever gone to a psychic yourself and like, I don't know?
I have, and everything went fine. Nothing was ever brought up about like this whole like shackles.
The shackles.
Also, the statues haven't been passed on to you.
Yeah,
Or
they're
via
like,
the family curse.
Yeah, supposedly the family curse has left me. I don't even, but
yeah, they didn't get bad vibes from you, dude. You're fine.
You did it.
Yeah, well, that's what they said. They were
Jared, you saved the bloodline. You did it.
I did it. No, so yeah, I went to a psychic once. This was 2019. Yeah, 2019. And they were saying stuff. They were like, "Oh, this girl that you're dating at the time, like I think you two are going to be very happy. I'm seeing marriage in the future." Of course, I didn't tell Amanda this because this is like a month after we started dating.
Oh my god, babe, you would not believe what I just heard.
Oh, wait till Amanda hears the podcast.
Oh, no, she's aware. Like I told her eventually, but I wasn't going to be like, "Hey, guess what?
Fair enough,
Like we're locked." But so there was that, and then there was like there's a close friendship that is not going to continue. That turned out being true as well. Then there was one other thing that I'm forgetting, but like all three of the things that they said, I was like, "What the fuck?"
What's the whole thing like? A project of yours will come back up to the past.
Well, actually, no. If this was in 2019, we released the original 5 episodes that are never to be seen from again. In 2019.
Like and subscribe to those videos to get released.
I have it in the drive, so if you guys ever had the
Yeah, those are going to be a Patreon premium tier exclusive.
Yeah,
Exactly.
you give me $500 a month, and I could. I can give it to you.
If you want to see the videos, this podcast has to reach at least 1,000 likes. Can we do it? YouTube chat. Let's go.
Join us in hitting the gritty. Every 10 seconds is another 10 minutes with Josh out of the chains.
1 like equals 1 gritty.
So, do you guys? Hey, did your parents ever think you were possessed?
No, but so like, obviously I work in an ICU. So a lot of people, we admit them and then they leave in a body bag. Mm-hmm. So there are a couple rooms, at least in the main ICU, because that part of the building is like from like the 70s, 60s, 70s, something like that. And there are definitely rooms that are like 100% haunted. I don't believe in that at all, right?
Yeah.
But like wild shit that cannot be explained by, material reasons just happens, right? Like there's in between the rooms, there's like a little bathroom where it's like, it's called like a cistern or something like that, where it's like, for emptying bedpans, something like that, whatever. And there's like an old like incandescent light bulb above the sink, and that's the only light in a room. So like I've been in rooms like in the bathroom where the only light switch is off and the light is on.
I feel like there is an explanation, and it's talking about hospital budgets not having proper electricians. But
no, it's definitely haunted. No question.
It's definitely haunted. Yep.
The scariest thing is having the bathroom light outside of the bathroom. Have
you
ever seen
terrifying,
Yeah,
dude.
dude. I remember I was like in this house one time. I think
Just
it was
pinching one off,
I think it was like for a Boy Scout event or something. But I remember I was like, "Oh hey, Dad, I gotta use the bathroom." Like, okay, don't go stay there too long. And then I went to the bathroom. Right, I was like, "Oh, the light's out here." I turned on. Some kid, some fucker, I don't know who it was, fucking walked over, turned off the light, and I scared myself shitless. Thankfully, I was on the toilet, but I got
just as planned.
Yeah, but oh my god, I was freaking out so much. And then,
I'm so sorry.
like, and the thing is, when I came out, I had to like play it cool, and my dad was like, "Hey, are you okay?" And I'm fine.
I had to drop a big sticky load in the dark. Oh my god.
Dude, I swear, you joke about it, but when it happens to you, you will literally shit bricks.
Dude,
Nice.
so good old Nichole, I've had quite a few ghost stories, in my house. My house is super old. It was like, an old schoolhouse. because we have like one of those, like it's like a wall pencil sharpener. Yeah.
Okay.
It's super old house. So guaranteed someone might have died in my house at some point. But you know, the stories that me and my sisters would always say, like, you know, that we see shit. So like one night, it's like, I think it's like almost Christmas. So, you know, as a kid, you know, I'm sharing a room with my sisters, and, you know, I'm sleeping, and I wake up and it's pitch black, you know, everything's off, but I just see like a figure right in front of me, in front of my bed. But he's like, it's like, I'm guessing it's a guy. He was turned to his side. He was wearing like a trench coat with like, you know, some like fedora or whatever. And I noticed that I don't see any feet. Like, you know, he's just levitating, and it's a full-on figure, and I can see it perfectly clear because my eyes have adjusted to the dark. So I'm like kind of just sitting there like staring at him, and he's not doing anything. So I'm like, all right, you know what? I'm just gonna go back to bed, wait till the morning. I go back to sleep, and I get this dream, right, where he's chasing me, and like, you know, he's like, you know, chasing me with like, I don't know what weapon it was. It was weird, but he was like chasing me, and I was running away, and then I would wake up instantly, and then he would be like right in front of my face, and then instantly I would go back to bed, and then the same dream would happen.
Was this all in one night, or was this like a repeated thing?
This was one night only. And then yeah, so I would wake up again, fully awake, and then he would be right back in front of me, just staring at one side, and like that, it was like it kept going. It's like the whole night there was just like this weird pattern of like me falling back asleep, seeing him, waking up. And I couldn't explain it. Although, like, at one point it kind of got goofy. He was, like, slamming me with a spatula.
Okay, I have a question for you. Are you sure this wasn't an Expecto Gadget?
There was a Expecto Gadget in my room.
Yeah, no feet. Obviously, he was using his go-go gadget helicopter legs. The spatula makes sense.
I mean, I don't know. Like, But I told this to my mom and my dad, and my mom's like, "Oh, you sure it wasn't us?" I'm like, "Why would you be there like all night, standing in front of my room, or standing in front of me in my bed?" Like, I don't understand.
That's something my childhood hero Expecto Gadget would do. That makes sense.
He protected me in my sleep.
Exactly.
Are you sure it wasn't the hash-slinging?
Yeah, I might have watched the SpongeBob episode before bed.
The hash-sling.
The
hash-slinging.
I think actually the most scared I've ever been. I just want to finish this, and then we can go to pick of the week and all the other fun stuff.
Oh man, we're ending the podcast almost already.
It's been like an hour and a half actually.
What the heck?
Well, don't worry, you can get the second half on Patreon for our semi-premium tier.
Yeah, if you made it this long into the video, comment "Happy Halloween, Jared." I want to see those comments flying.
This will be a good test to see how often people actually listen.
Happy Halloween.
The scariest dream I ever had, because it was more like an out of body experience than anything. So this was I was staying the night at Amanda's old apartment in Springfield, and it was like an out of body view. So I was looking at me and Amanda like laying in, you know, like sleeping in bed, but then it was the best way I can describe it is that it looked like the girl from The Ring, except she was like levitating like like directly above me. So like we were like parallel to each other, and she was like 2 feet above the bed, like just floating. And I remember like again, out of body experience. I was imagining like you know what it sounds like when it's like the tension sounds that you'll hear in movies, where it's not like necessarily like a musical thing.
Yeah.
Oh, that
but
violin.
it's like a rumbling.
It's
like a rumbling.
Yeah, I know what
almost.
you're talking about.
Yeah. So like I was hearing that, and eventually I woke up like because I was like, what the fuck? Like I woke myself up, and I was like sweating. I was like out of breath. I was like, what the?
Oh my
Oh my god.
Hey, Jared, hate to break it to you, I think that's like a Japanese urban legend. You just saw a girl in your dream, so now you're gonna be haunted by her.
Oh, that's fine.
I hate to break it to you, dude. You gotta forget her within a week.
Okay, all right. Well, so I gotta
Send
I
this
week out.
email to 30 of your friends.
I used to fall for those all the time. Do you remember back in like the Scratch days, how we would all like repost that shit? Like, I don't think you did as much, Josh, but I know like me and Charlie did.
Yeah, you
I've
guys are
gotten-
fucking dumb.
I've got a service chain.
Are you saying, Jared, that you have like almost a decade of history of being a shit poster?
Yeah. Well, no, I'm not the one who would start it though. I would like fall for it. And I'd be like, oh my god, they're gonna kill my.
You were the
parents.
shit postie.
Yeah. Yes.
Y'all don't remember the Webkins Killer.
The Webkins
Yo.
Killer.
Yeah,
my
when
God.
Neopets would invade your game and kill all your webkins. Yeah, I remember.
Yo, fuck Neopets. All my homies hate Neopets. We are Webcams family.
We were a
here.
Webkins family,
We are
dude. It was
Webkins
great.
family.
What are those things called? The like little platypuses? Googles? Those
Google.
Googles?
Yeah, I still have one.
I
Yeah.
love Googles.
Quick side story. I'll make this
Yeah.
super quick.
Yeah, no,
for
go
time.
for it.
Wholesome moment.
State fail. Back when I was little, I brought my Google with me, and you know the rides that spin like super fast and you stick to the walls.
Yeah.
I brought that on with me. When I took it off the ride, it was completely flat for like 10 minutes.
You flatten the Google.
I flattened the Google, and I was so sad about it. But then he popped back up. I was like, "Oh, what is
It was all good.
It was so fucking funny
That's
thinking about it.
funny.
'Cause it was like as flat as a pancake.
Googles are
man.
dope, bro.
All right. So you guys want to do pick of the week? Gonna go through?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
All right. So pick of the week. If this is your first episode listening to us, it's basically just one thing that we liked throughout the week. Could have been a show. Could have been a food. Could have just been something that you did. All right, or even a person that made your day. We like to be a little bit wholesome on this. Oh, Nichole looked back to our slave intern. That's very nice. That's not...
Yeah, I didn't make sure he's alive. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, that's just being considerate.
Don't worry,
you know?
we'll get your pepper ladle.
I'm losing consciousness.
So my pick of the week. I'm gonna be a comic shill for a second. The last 2 episodes of She-Hulk that I just watched, they had Daredevil in it. And I just want to say, I'm just happy to see Charlie Cox back. All right, like She-Hulk as a show was
got his cock
pretty
back?
decent. Yeah, dude, he got his cock back.
Dude,
Yeah, man.
dude, damn me up, dude.
No. So I saw Daredevil on screen for the first time since 2018. So that felt awesome because it's one of my favorite superheroes, and Daredevil might just be my favorite show like ever. So it was just awesome seeing Charlie Cox back.
Yeah, I heard some smashing happen in that show.
Oh yeah. He pounded that Shulkasy.
Whoa. Okay, man.
So
Lock
who
me
wants to go next?
Nice.
My pick of the week is definitely Jared's So You Want to Read Spider-Man video.
Oh, thank you, buddy.
Link in description.
Link in the description, yeah.
Yeah.
Make sure to like and view that video.
If that video gets 10,000 likes, I will commit a crime.
Yeah, it actually was. It's that just hit 1,000 views yesterday. So I was freaking pumped.
Incredible,
dude.
Jared.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
All right,
Speaking of congratulations, I recently watched Neon Genesis.
oh, that's good. That's a good
Congratulations.
segue.
I'm hoping that we can have an episode dedicated to that.
Yeah, we should do that. I really want to.
I mean, obviously you need to have a high IQ to understand the intricacies.
I look forward to hearing you both talk about that.
Yeah, we need to have some smart person come explain to us.
Well, yeah. So you watched the series, and oh, never mind. We just got an update. Thank you, Josh. It is now the Spider-Man video is now
Hey, you're stupid
1.3K.
enough to leave my phone with me.
Hey,
Dude, the
You
police
get-
will never find the podcast bunker. Good luck.
for that, you get 2 walnuts tonight.
Oh. Yeah,
Feeling
so
like a
so
king over here.
so you watched the Evangelion the
I've
show
watched,
and the movie?
I watched the
Or-
original 26 episodes and then the end of Evangelion.
Okay, all right, cool. Yeah, definitely. But podcast coming at some point because
Yeah.
I'm rewatching it currently, so I think we
It's
could
good.
probably do
It
that
was
soon.
good. And after that, I started rewatching Cowboy Bebop.
Dude, I rewatched Cowboy Bebop again last year, and it was just fucking
Those like
incredible.
90s, like late 90s, like still hand drawn
Yeah.
with like a little bit of computer animation. Like you just can't beat it.
Yeah, after that show, just watch the live action version then.
No,
Yeah, no, I was going to. I watched like the first 5 minutes. And I was like,
actually, did you watch Samurai Champloo ever?
no.
All right, yeah, I think
I wanna watch
that'll
that one.
that'll be right up your alley.
I gotta go back and watch Space Dandy too. I didn't watch
True.
that.
All right, so Jack, what you got for your pick of the
I'll
weekend?
let Nicole go first.
Oh, okay. All right,
Okay.
Nichole, what's your pick of the week?
So I got Shudder recently, sponsored by Shudder.
Yo, shout out to my boys at Shuttles, dude.
If you put in the code right now, no. But yeah, so I got Shudder because I wanted to get it for the spooky month, and me and Josh recently watched was it Psycho Gorman?
Yeah.
Yeah. I really like that show. That movie. I really like the movie. It's the effects and what was it, the puppeteering that they did is super good. It's like it's like
Rangers. It's like Power Rangers.
Oh, it's like
Power
Power
Rangers?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess it would be like Power Rangers. I was gonna say Face Off on how they do like the cool effects and
Oh, okay.
yeah, that's what it kind of reminded me of and what made me want to go back to watching that show. but I highly recommend the movie. It's pretty funny, pretty goofy, and pretty gory.
Ooh, sounds fun.
It is.
Yeah,
All right, Jack.
I'm excited for this.
I saw your note about this.
Have y'all ever heard of the brown note?
Okay.
I'm familiar with the brown note.
I am very familiar with the brown note, but I would like to hear you talk about it.
For those who do not
nonetheless.
know, from the Wikipedia page for brown note, the brown note is a hypothetical infrasonic frequency capable of causing fecal inconvenience created by acoustic resonance in the human bowel. Frequencies supposedly evolved are between 5 and 9 hertz, which are below the low frequency limit of human hearing. High power sound waves below 20 hertz are felt in the body, not heard by the ear of sound. And I thought it'd be fun if we all listened to it.
I thought you just said it wasn't perceptible to human hearing.
Oh, that's the stuff you can't hear. Those are audible sound. Yeah, this was supposed to be researched by the government and was planned to be used at protests for protesters to literally shit their pants.
We drop bombs. No, wait, they're dropping bombs.
Yeah, so I thought it'd be fun to take a listen at this brown note and see what happens.
All right, hold it up to your mic, please, and we can.
We can edit it in post for the listeners.
Sure, yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna add that to my notes.
Okay.
Editor's got a lot of work to do.
There was a warning to this video. Warning, what are you about to hear is called the brown note. This particular frequency is known to make people have sudden bowel movements. Please be careful when listening to this and make sure a toilet is readily available.
How many likes, comments, and subscribes do you think this video got?
Okay, just for the
Video
record,
has 2
I have 2
million
bathrooms. Okay, just
2
Oh
million
my God.
views.
Okay. But yeah.
okay.
All right.
I'm gonna take one side of my headphones off so I can actually
Okay,
listen to
so
this.
you have been warned. Here it is.
Are you feeling it?
It just sounds like the space aliens are coming to fucking convict my turd.
I don't.
I feel like I've heard this sound effect in many horror movies.
Oh,
Yeah.
so
Way to tie it back in, Nichole. All right.
Hypnotoad.
I don't know about you guys, but my bowels are definitely moving.
Dude, I think we might need to end the podcast early.
Just take a couple seconds to just let us sit in.
It sounds like when you talk into like an oscillating fan.
Oh,
Jack, is this making you shit right now? I'm trying to understand. Like,
focusing.
I'm like, no.
I think we need to end the episode.
all right, well, Jack's gonna beeline for the bathroom here in just a minute. So, thank you for joining us for the BS Crew Spooktacular.
No, get warning this time. Gotcha, real good.
You scared me, bro.
And we have our intern. Can you say something, intern, before we end?
Let me out. 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 Let me out.
Okay, cool.